Hi everyone, it's Miss Brenner. I'm here to go over your science fiction online agenda for week 10. Happy Halloween. I know that is coming up, so I hope you are all staying happy and healthy and safe. Alrighty, I am opening up this week early to help students out who requested it. Along with that, let's talk a little bit about our expectations for week 10. Sorry about that. Students will be reviewing monster notes and continuing to explore the horror genre through short stories written by well-known authors within the genre. So we're going to continue on with some scary stories, and we are going to be covering literary lenses, author's tone, and theme and motif. This means that students will be able to identify stylistic qualities within a text using literary lenses, and you would need to know the different forms of lenses and the different criteria that make them unique, and they will be able to analyze author's tone and purpose. How can the use of literary lenses change our interpretation of a text? Why might an author use tone to persuade a reader's interpretation of a piece of writing? And how does theme and motif impact our reading? Those are all of our essential questions for week 10. So let's start off with our assignments. Activity 1 and 2 is Monster Research Project. So we are going to be doing a project through Google Slides, where I recommend that you start off by watching the directions and the example video, which is through YouTube, and create a slide set that researches a type of monster. I have different recommended types of monsters in the discussion where you will be posting your project, so look at all of the materials before you start your project. Look at the video that goes over the directions and the examples, look at the rubric, and look at the discussion post before you start this project. With that in mind, for your project you need to research a monster of your choice and share with the class. The things that you must include, and I go over this in the instructions video as well with more detail, is the name of the monster, how the monster exists, strengths and weaknesses, physical or abstract description, so what they look like, cure or protection from the monster, the type of monster based on what makes a monster slides, which would be your notes, and then background / story / myth involving that monster. And then of course a citation slide. You must have a citation slide. Your discussion post should cover all the information in the Monster Research Project directions and examples video. And if you do not remember what the notes from What Makes a Monster, please make sure that you go back and watch that Ed puzzle. Alrighty. Next we will have creative writing. We have 4 different prompts for this week, and that competition online is still going on. So if you would like to participate in that, just make sure that you include it in your creative writing document. Our 4 different prompts for this week are: write a story about one event from the different perspectives of multiple friends, write a story about a Google Street View driver, write a story that takes place in the woods, or write a story about a valuable object that goes missing. Activities 3 and 4 are our new horror story Graveyard Shift, which is written by Stephen King. Stephen King is notorious for writing wonderful short stories. I know his novels are definitely more well known. However, he started off in short story, and so that's why we're going back to his roots. With that in mind, he does use strong imagery, strong language, and adult content. If you are not comfortable with that, please reach out to me. I will find you a different story to read. But I do find this story quite compelling, and he is a very interesting author. So that is the story that we're going to start reading this week. Part 1, which is all found in the Activity 3 and 4 folder for Graveyard Shift, takes place between pages 1 and 8. There's an Ed puzzle linked. You should answer the questions to the Ed puzzle, and there's a PDF copy of Graveyard Shift in the Activity 3 and 4 folder. Graveyard Shift Part 1 worksheet is about pages 1 through 8. You should use information that we have covered, such as literary lenses, theme, motif, and foreshadowing. The second half of Graveyard Shift is still found in the 3 and 4 activity folder. It is an Ed puzzle. It takes place between pages 8 and 17. Answer the questions in the Ed puzzle. The PDF copy is available there. And then the Graveyard Shift Part 2 worksheet is about pages 8 through 17, and really the story as a whole, as well as consider the information that we have covered in class, such as literary lenses, theme, motif, and foreshadowing. Alrighty. Then lastly, we have our silent reading for the week. For our silent reading, you should be reading 90 minutes every week. and then posting in our discussion what elements of foreshadowing are you discovering within your own book. What does your author, how does your author keep you as a reader in suspense? So comment on one other student's discussion post about what they have been reading after completing your silent reading for the week. Alrighty guys, those are all of our assignments for this week. With that in mind, do be aware that marking period 1 ends on November 4th this week. And so if you are missing any assignments, you should talk to me in order to see what can be done about your grade. With that all in mind, please make sure that you are completing assignments on time. I know many of you have been doing great in this course, and I really appreciate your engagement in this course. So just make sure that you keep up the good work. If you have any questions about marking period 1 or what's to come in marking period 2, please send me an email. Alrighty guys, I will talk to you later. Bye.